Good morning and welcome. This is your money and mindset coach, Dr. Latifat, aka Money Fit MD. Welcome to my page. Today I'm going to talk about probably one of my favorite topics about money and mindset, and that is something that I call your money story. So what exactly is your money story? So what is a story? A story is something that we tell, right? It's something that we describe based on our perspective, based on our view, depending on what lens that we're using to see whatever it is that's happening, right? So our money story in general is a combination of different things that we have taken up over the course of our lives. And most times these are unconscious. Sometimes they are conscious. I would say about 75% or so of the time they actually are unconscious. They're the things that we're seeing in our environment, the things we're uptaking from our environment, the interpretation that we're giving ourselves of what's going on out around us. So I'll give you an example. If you're someone that grew up with a family where maybe finances were tight, your money story may be related to the fact that money is hard, money is scarce. If you're someone that lived in a place where you had a lot of finances, you may think, oh, money is easy, money is abundant, money is everywhere. I don't have to care about money. Money is always going to show up, right? So how we see our past, what we've been exposed to in the past definitely translates into who we are right now. Other examples is just the things we pick up throughout life. So for example, if you are a physician and maybe your subspecialty, as there's a lot of people there that think that money is hard, or it's hard for you to earn a good income with the subspecialty you're in. Those can all become part of your story. Or the opposite is true, where they're like, well, why do you need to save? We'll make good income. We can you'll get another paycheck coming up, right? That could also be part of your money story. But if you ask me, why is this important, right? It's important because our story becomes almost like the clothes that we put on, right? It affects what we show up as. It affects what we choose to believe or what we think we are able to believe, really. And what I try to remind people is that you actually have the power to decide your money story. You have the power to choose what you want to choose. You have the power to learn what you want to learn. You have the power to let go or grab whatever it is you want to grow. And we don't always understand or realize that these are actually optional, and they are. And what I do as a money and mindset coach is part of what I do is help people truly find out what their beliefs are. Find out, is it working for them or against them? Meaning, is it getting you towards the results that you want or away from the results that you want? So I'll give you an example. As someone that grew up in an environment where things were scarce, finances were scarce, it's easy for me to think that money is hard, money is difficult, money is limited. But the thing I try to tell myself is that may have been the truth that I was seeing back then, right? But when I think to myself that money is hard, money is scarce, I'm not going to be looking for it, because it's so hard to find. Why even bother, right? And so if my goal is to be financially independent, you can see how thinking that money is scarce makes me feel like it's impossible, makes me feel discouraged, and I'm less likely to take the steps that I need to take to be financially independent. However, if I choose to think that money is abundant, money is everywhere, it's available, there's enough for you, there's enough for me, what that means is that I'm working to try and find it. I'm looking for it, right? I believe it's available. It's just a matter of, oh, it's around the corner somewhere. If I look for it here and I don't see it, I'm like, that's okay. I need to just keep checking because I know it's there. It's like playing hide and seek. They're hiding. I just have to find it. Money's abundant. It's everywhere. And that gives me an energy where I'm more enthusiastic about looking for it and helps me get closer to that result of being financially independent. I'll give you another example. I do have clients that are pediatricians, and one of the things that comes up for our pediatricians is it's just there's only so much money you can make, right? There's only so much money you can make. And what I find that a lot of us do is when someone tells you there's only so much we can pay you here, we take that to mean that there's only so much you can earn, period. But that's not the truth, right? Because when I think there's only so much I can earn from here, I accept it. I start to get into the scarcity mindset. I start to think that money is just not available. And what that does, there's a mental effect that it has on me where I'm just like, this is the best it can get. This is the best it can be. I'll just stay here and, and that's it, right? But when I choose to think, okay, there may be only so much you can pay me here, but number one, how can I increase the amount that I make here, number one, without sacrificing time necessarily? It may have to do with my billing. Number two is how can I, even if you tell me that the amount that you can pay me here is limited, how can I then find other options? Because I know that there's no limit on the value that I can create as a human. And if you tell me that I cannot get that value here, that's okay, but I may need to find it in other places because my job may just be a small fraction of that big pie chart of where I can get money from. Okay, so that's the importance of understanding your money story, because when you understand it, then it's more powerful for you to transform it, because then when you transform it, then you can truly start to own your story and walk closer to your goals that you want to achieve. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. What are some money beliefs, some money thoughts, or money stories that you've carried along from childhood, really, or picked up in adulthood that is affecting your life or has affected your life? Or if you've walked through it and now you're just like, you know what? I'm going to walk towards my results that I want to create. And if this thought is not helping me, if this belief is not helping me, I believe that there are other ones there that's going to walk me closer or draw me closer to my goals. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you have any questions. And again, if you're like, you know, I thought about it, I can't find it, it's just hard. Sometimes you literally just need a coach to walk with you. You need someone to walk with you, and I do that. I offer a 3-month package that I offer to people, and I work with you one-on-one. And within those 3 months, I promise you, you own your finances. I have proof, and I believe it. So we can make it happen. So send me a message, moneyfitmd@gmail.com, or send me an I am here on Facebook, because I'm ready to work with you. The question is, are you ready? All right then. Bye-bye.